Hi and welcome to another video. My name is Nancy from Desert Haven Enterprises in Lancaster, California, and today we're going to talk about success at a job fair. Whether it's your first job fair or you've been to a lot of job fairs, I want to cover the basics to have a successful experience at a job fair. Before you go getting ready for the job fair, you want to bring a folder or a large bag for your resumes and for things that you're going to pick up during the fair. Bring a pocket folder so you can stick your flyers and business cards inside. Bring a pen with you, but most tables will have pens. And do not chew gum at the job fair, but mints are a great idea because they melt away inside your mouth. You want to arrive to the job fair in your professional clothing. Your best outfit, like church clothes, or you're going out to a nice dinner but not too flashy. Business casual or nicer. Business casual means more business than casual, but you do not need to wear a suit and tie. You want to be clean and neat with dress pants and a belt, or ladies, you can wear a skirt. You need a collared shirt or blouse and clean closed-toed shoes, although the employers won't really see your shoes, so don't worry too much, but they do need to be clean. When you're greeting the employers that are sitting at the booths, handshakes are very common. Shake hands if you feel comfortable. It is business practice. Fist bumps are okay, but they're a little bit casual, but okay. You want to make sure you're standing up straight, smiling, making eye contact with the employers at the booth. If you need to use sanitizer, you can either bring some or sometimes there's some at the tables. But make sure you are engaging, smiling, and making eye contact and saying hello to the employers. You'll notice at the job fair that many of the tables have pens and candy and other giveaways. Sometimes I call it swag. Sometimes there's a lot of it and sometimes there's not a lot of it. These items are free, but it does cost the business, they don't get the stuff for free. So always ask first before you take anything. Only take one item per table, and only take something from the tables that where you actually are interested in the employer. Now, be careful about that. Some people don't care and they'll give their stuff out to anybody, but don't just go around trick-or-treating for extra swag and trying to fill your bag with frisbees and pens. You do not have to talk to every booth at the job fair. There may be 100 employers there, there may be 50, but they're not all appropriate for you. If it's not a job that you want, or it's military or police or security or a temporary staffing agency or schools or other job resources, you do not necessarily need to stop and talk to every single booth. Just say thank you and move on. There's no reason to explain why, but it's better use of your time to talk to the booths that might have jobs that you're interested in. You do not have to stop at every booth. You'll find that some booths at the job fair are not actually hiring. They might be selling something. They might be a resource for job seekers. They might be trying to sign you up for a service or a school. Only give your phone number or your email to employers that are actually interested and actually hiring and you're interested in working there. Talking to other booths is good practice, but you do not have to give out your personal information, your email, your phone number, any of that, unless you're absolutely sure it's not a scam, that it's a legit job opportunity. You might see a booth with a really long line, and if it's a company that you really want to apply with, then you should absolutely wait in that line. It's worth it. If you're interested, it's worth the wait. Be patient, keep a good attitude. They can see you in the line. Do not complain. Just smile and be patient because you're going to get your chance to talk to them. Here are some examples of what to say when you're introducing yourself at the booth of an employer that you'd like to work at a job fair. If you can, stop and read these out loud to yourself so that you can practice saying your own name and practice what you'd like to say at the job fair booths. I'm going to read them out loud. Hi, my name is Maria. I'm looking for part-time work. Do you have any positions open? That's a good one, but it might be obvious if they've got big signs with their open positions. The next one. Hi, my name is David. I'm looking for entry-level warehouse work. That's a great one, unless you're not talking to a warehouse job. So you want to make specific to the booth that you're at. If it's a restaurant, say that you're looking for restaurant work, etc. Next one. Hi, my name is Sophia, and I've always wanted to work for this company. Now, whether or not that's true, it's a nice thing to say, or maybe you've heard nice things about the company, or maybe you want to learn more about the company. That's a great time to ask, what do you guys do here? And then the last one, hi, my name is James, and I'm looking for full-time janitorial work. That's a great one because almost everyone has janitors. So those are all good examples, but you want to tailor it to fit your needs and the type of job that you are looking for. So you're going to say your name, and then you're going to say very easily what kind of work you are looking for. Sometimes the employer will ask you a question, and you want to be ready for a little mini interview, like tell me about yourself, tell me about your experience. You need to know your resume, know your experience, know your skills and strengths so that you can tell them what a great worker you are. And then you can also be able to ask questions of them, like what kind of positions do you have open? Are they full-time? Are they part-time? Do you have a job description that I can take with me? Do any of these jobs require a special school or training? Or what does a typical day look like? What shifts do you work? How long are your hours? Right? These are all questions where you learn more about them and they learn more about you. Why are job fairs even worth it? It's crowded, you have to get dressed up. There might be 100 employers in there, but it only takes one good connection to possibly get a job in the future. You're not going to leave the job fair with a job, but you are going to leave with connections. And even 2 or 3 connections is a win. You do not have to talk to every single booth. The good thing about it is that you get dressed up one time and you get to visit maybe 10 or 12 or 20 booths where you're interested in the work. And the other good thing is that you get a face-to-face human connection with people, because most online applications are just being reviewed by computers. A human connection at a job fair can really make the difference on whether or not you score that job. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned some tips and tricks, and we will see you at the next job fair. Thanks.